Premier Bank presents Today on 2, broadcasting at channel2coleman.com worldwide anytime you want to watch us.
That's right.
This is our special Labor Day program, and it has been a nice weekend.
Yes, it has.
Typical end of August, 1st of September, hot.
Yep.
And a lot of things going on.
Yes.
Both outside and inside. Inside, football.
Yes.
Well, outside football too.
Yeah.
High school football, but inside a lot of TV football, and a lot of things going on. Let's start with the weather forecast for today. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cherokee Avenue. It'll be mostly cloudy today. We do have a chance of rain later on with a high of 90. Mostly cloudy tonight, slight chance of rain, low of 70. And tomorrow, partly sunny, slight chance of rain with a high near 85. September already.
Yes, I can't believe it.
Wow. Any big plans for today, Labor Day, in your family?
We always go to the lake and celebrate with my grandfather on Labor Day, so we'll be doing that a little later this afternoon.
Okay, that will keep people busy, and I don't know, we've talked about going out to Sweet Tater Festival, which of course is at Smith Lake Park.
That's right.
And either do that or just take it easy at home. Kind of a quiet weekend.
Yes.
We have an interesting program lined up. We'll tell you about that here in just a few seconds. But first of all, let's check our Facebook friend of the day for today.
Our Facebook friend of the day today is Deanna Ponder, and she likes country music and going to the lake. So hopefully she'll get to do that today. And if you would like to be our Facebook friend of the day, all you'll have to do is friend us on Facebook. We're Channel 2 Coleman. And also Deanna gets to win a large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue.
Okay, a special program for today. George Spear and Dan Fulenwider have put together a documentary of Civil War activities that took place in Coleman County.
Yes.
And today's focus is on the use of mules, which had a lot to do with an episode that took place in Coleman County. So they have a video that they put together we're going to show you in just a little bit. First of all, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back and show you our Know Your Merchant ads.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
We want to show you our ads on our Know Your Merchants part of the program, but we do not have a quiz today, but we do want you to see all the ads so you're ready to go when you watch tomorrow's program. Starting off today with Cotton State Barns of Coleman. Buy or rent to own. They make carports, play sets, utility trailers, and storage buildings. No credit check. You're automatically approved at Cotton State Barns of Coleman.
And the Busy Bee Cafe, this is the home of the original breaded burger. Come and check out their dinner hours on Friday and Saturday from 2 to 9. There's live music and they're at a great location. You can also visit them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter.
And Mad Dog's Mike's Famous Barbecue in the Berlin Quick Stop. They have special rates available for catering. They do business parties, weddings, anniversaries, churches, and so forth.
And Earl's Body Shop, they're voted the best towing service. David, Diane, and their employees thank you for this honor. They have large and small towing available, local or long distance. They're located on Highway 31 North or at earlsbodyshop.com.
The Teacher Supply, Leah Hoffbauer is the owner. And of course she has classroom materials, decorations, teacher resources, and educational supplies. That is Teacher Supply.
And the Triple Berry Brownie Blizzard, this is the blizzard of the month right now at Dairy Queen. It has strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries with chocolate chunks. So go and visit Dairy Queen.
Now open Be Fit Fitness Facility located in downtown Coleman. Change your life and your body. Located right next door to Renard's Gallery and Gifts. That is Be Fit.
And diabetic shoes are now available at Borden Family Pharmacy. This is the Dr. Comfort brand, and it's the finest quality diabetic footwear, period. If you need more information, you can visit BordenMarketShop.com.
Mr. Hicks Menswear now offering suits and sport coats made to your measurements. Mr. Hicks Menswear located on Compass Way Southwest, right by Doug Dogga Jewelers.
And Tires for Less is more than just tires. They offer oil changes, minor engine repairs, and shocks and brakes repairs, and they also carry Bridgestone and Firestone tires. So come and see Greg and the guys at Tires for Less.
And Auto Tech, major engine repairs, transmission repair, brake repair on all vehicles, foreign and domestic. County Road 1354 in Vinemont.
And Mullins Body Shop, you've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and towing, and you can still count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at Mullins Body Shop.
Brown & Company Beverages, a specialty wine and beer store. If you want really cold beverages, check out the Beer Cave at Brown & Company Beverages on Highway 157.
Deb's Bookstore is your hometown bookstore just down the road. Browsers are welcome and gift certificates are available. They have used books that are half price every day and new books are 20% off every day at Deb's Bookstore.
Grand Point Pharmacy has a Remedy Skin Repair Cream. Some people have the heels of their feet get cracked and open. This will repair your skin's natural moisture.
And fitness opportunities are available at the Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center. They have a 6-lane competition pool, a full fitness center complete with weights, cardio, and professional training, and an indoor rubberized walking track.
Baldwin Counseling Center, Dr. Howard Rogers can help you with weight loss, individual and family counseling, lifestyle coaching. Call for an appointment today, 256-737-3087. Those are the merchant ads we have. Coming up next on our program, we are going to check our community billboards and the weather.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor our loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. And the Omega Hospice Grief Support Group will meet September the 3rd at 5:30. That's their first meeting of a 6-week cycle of group meetings at Westminster Assisted Living. This is for anyone who has dealt with a loss, and and trained grief counselors will be available. It's free to the public. And the Sweet Tater Festival is going on today from 8 to 3, so go out and visit them. And the American Legion Post 4 hosts a fundraising dinner on September the 12th from at 6 p.m. There's a $10 donation, and it's a VFW American Legion building. For more information, call 636-1913. And our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. If you have a billboard that you would like to send to us, please email it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, fax it to 734-7680, or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman.
The weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. It will be mostly cloudy today. We do have a chance of rain later on today with a high of 91. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 70. Slight chance of rain tomorrow with a high of 93. Change that.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Well, I thought one of the things that they would enjoy knowing about is the news. Now, we know that Streights Raid is called Streights Raid, the official name, but another name is often called as the Lightning Mule Brigade. And those the mules is quite a story within themselves. When Colonel Streight proposed this raid across North Alabama to his superior officers, and one of them in particular, his James A. Garfield, the chief of staff of William Rosecrans, Garfield took sole responsibility for outfitting the campaign of the expedition. And he decided that mules would be better to come across North Alabama hill country, that they were more sure-footed and could make, it'd be slower, but it'd be more effective. Well, this proved to be the worst mistake that could have been made. And it can be argued very responsibly that cost the Colonel Streight the campaign, the success on the campaign. And these mules, they were issued in Nashville, Tennessee. They were wild. It turned out, Colonel Streight says this in his report, that they were wild, unbroken, untamed. A lot of them had horse distemper, and many of them died actually before the campaign even started. And Sergeant Blumenthal of the 3rd Ohio mentions in his diary that at Nashville, when they loaded onto the boats to begin their trip up the Cumberland River, that they got on boats with the mules and said the odor was terrible. Oh, it stunk. He said it was just terrible. He said, but we were so exhausted that we had to get some sleep. So we just laid down beside our long-eared friends, and we all had a good sleep together. But they sailed down to Cumberland and got to Palmyra, Tennessee, and many of the troops disembarked there and was going to march overland to Fort Henry on the Tennessee River, about 50 miles. And one reason for doing this, they were going to try to break the mules and get them ready for the campaign. Colonel Alfred Wade of the 73rd Indiana said that was the most ludicrous sight and hilarious sight he'd ever seen of these men trying to break these mules at Palmyra. Said it was terrible, and said first place you had infantrymen trying to be cavalrymen, and he said the mules did not want to be broke, and said from the get-go the relationship was very strained. There's no love lost between the riders and their mules. And the mules, Colonel Wade talks about the mules that he'd line them up in the line of battle to charge, Some of the mules wouldn't come up through the line of battle. They stayed back here. Others went way ahead, couldn't get them to stop. Said when they'd order charge, the mules would stay there. None of them would charge. Many of them wouldn't. The ones that did would charge and run for a while and then just stop and then throw the rider over the head. And he said the riders was even falling on their heads over the mules, or it looked like they were trying to be kicked to death by the mules. And it was just a terrible relationship from beginning to end. And then to make matters worse, when they finally put them back on the boats at Fort Henry, went on up the Tennessee River and disembarked again at Eastport, Mississippi. And that's where they would begin their campaign across the state. Well, at Eastport, one thing that nobody that was in the countryside had to wonder where the Union troops were. These mules were constantly braying. You could hear them for miles, you know. And Colonel Streights had got off the boat and went down to Iuka to meet with General Dodge. Meanwhile, the mules were put in a pen, sort of, and Colonel Philip Bell Roddy, some of his troops snuck in there and stampeded the mules. And but before that, the mules were coming off the boats at Iuka, at Eastport, and said that they were celebrating in loud clarion tones their deliverance from a watery grave. And then they were put in the pens, but then later Colonel Roddy's men came in and stampeded them. Well, it took them a day and a half. They were stampeded about 400 mules. It took them a day and a half to get 200 of them back. Couldn't get the rest of them. They finally got to Tuscumbia. Well, they spent another 2 days there to gather more mounts. So there was right there was 3.5 days wasted in that area before the campaign even began because of these mules. And so I believe firmly that the mules and Garfield's decision to mount these men on mules cost him the straight the victory. He caused the defeat of his mission to destroy the railroad running from Chattanooga to Atlanta. And not to mention that they were supposed to be at Eastport by the 16th of April. It was not till the 19th of April that they finally arrived at Eastport. So right there, that's another 3 days. So you're talking about a week that they were behind schedule. If they had had that week, they could have been far ahead of General Forrest, and he probably wouldn't have ever been able to overtake them. But they had one in particular I told about that could not be broken, so they decided to let him carry the ammunition in boxes. First of all, they put a bunch of pans on him and turned him loose in camp. They said he went around bucking and hollering, just, all kind of noises. And finally, when he couldn't shake the pans off, he just laid down and brayed. Well, then they put the cartridge boxes on him, turned him loose again. And he went around and couldn't get that off. Finally, though, on one of his runs, he fell off into a ravine, 4 feet up in the air, and the writer says that in his journal that there he met his maker. So the mules were a constant problem. It was just it would have been a hilarious sight. Even some of the soldiers laughed and said, it was the most they've laughed in a long time, watching these soldiers, infantrymen, trying to break these mules to be cavalrymen.
How many horses do you think there were in the group?
Accounts vary. Some say 1,000, some 1,200.
But they had these. They were slowed down by the.
Oh yes, they knew the mules going in would be slower, but they didn't think there would be any reason that they would have to have speed. They did not know the Wizard of the Saddle was going to be on there. Nathan Bedford Forrest was going to be after them.
Had Garfield not been to this part of the country, so he didn't know?
He had. Garfield was here in Mooresville, camped at Mooresville, And so Garfield should have known the terrain. And we know he was here for quite a while in the early 60s, 62, 3, 4, somewhere in that area. And we know that he preached at a little church in Mooresville that's still there. They have his Bible in there where he preached. But he was there, and the superior officers should have known what territory this was. They had 2 Alabama companies in this group, and as guides. So the Streight and all his men, or the superiors, they should have known. They had the same type country in hill country in Tennessee, the places that they were, other places they were at. So you would think they would have known, especially to send them out with the type of news they did. It was sick and unbroken and wild and young,
Hi, I'm Mike Doss with Premier Bank in Coleman, and a lot of non-customers ask, what do I need to cash a check that's off of Premier Bank? And it's very simple. A valid driver's license or a pictured ID, a military ID, is sufficient. And as long as you've got a valid ID, it's a very quick transaction. And this is Mike with Money Matters.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.